Welcome back to the studio. I hope you enjoyed the first breakout sessions. And here with me in the studio now, I have our distinguished expert panel who's here to provide a perspective on the different breakout sessions that you have heard or might not have heard yet. There's a clear red thread here that we will touch upon. And just to introduce them a little bit further so that you know who the expert panel is, they will come back many times. On my right side here, we have Angeline Johnson, Solitas Transformation and Sustainability Enabler, and Seattle's gift to Sweden.
I try.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Really great.
Thank you. And next to you, we have Minna Kärhä, the Finnish unicorn of data-driven business, who adds empathy and the human aspect and perspective to data and AI. Welcome, Minna.
So excited to be here.
And last but not least, we have Jeroen Wanten, Solitas Connected Data Lead from the country of fries, beer, and chocolate. Which country might that be? Belgium, of course.
Exactly.
Welcome.
Thank you. So excited to be here today.
So I'm so glad that you're here and that you will provide your perspective. So let's dive deep into it. Angeline, let's start with you and the cloud track.
Absolutely.
What sort of stuck to your mind?
Yeah, it was the two amazing presenters really focused on cloud security as well as agile innovation on the cloud. And so the first one was our Finnish Medicines Agency and them taking a look at the capabilities that cloud provides, but also as important is the security that cloud provides, especially when you've got a public agency and a lot of very important data. And really two insights from that. The first one was understanding which data really needs high protection. And then also, as we talked about from AI, educating and literacy and helping your people feel safe and empowered with the new skills and capabilities. Our second presentation on cloud security posture management, I've had to practice that quite a few times, it's a mouthful. But really, cloud security posture management combined with agile helps alleviate this problem of shared responsibility means no responsibility. And it does this by ensuring compliance, automating remediation, and managing assets across the cloud between security teams as well as our development teams.
Thank you. And Minna, you kept an eye on the data and AI track.
Yes, and that was a really good start for the track. So looking forward for more. So in this first session, first Outokumpu shared how they brought innovation into a company with strong traditional roots. And their tip was to start doing instead of waiting for approvals and then showing by example what the value really is. And especially what I really loved in their approach was that they have innovation hunters, they call them, and I really like that term. So in the traditional company, it's not necessarily easy for people to find ideas or identify where there could be innovation opportunities. These innovation hunters then go around, network with people and help them to find these new ideas. On the second track, Konecranes shared their master data management journey, and I think they had a really fresh thinking there. So they were highlighting how important it is to have the business value first approach and solving real business problems, showing the real value while also implementing master data management practices. And they also highlighted that every company is actually doing master data management, but if you are not doing it properly, you will end up into issues and only then start a project when the master data management should be considered more as a program or even a journey.
Great. And last but not least, Jeroen, you followed the productivity and digitalization track. What were your key insights?
So the first session from Adapteo, they work in social infrastructure. They introduced the space as a service, the not typical SaaS abbreviation that we know, but really interesting to see how they conceptized this. Their biggest challenge was how do we make our solution more data-driven, but in order to do that, we needed to have more integration capabilities. So they talked about using SnapLogic as the low-code integration platform to replace their existing ETL solution, but also having Snowflake as a data platform to really capture all the data. Merging these two technologies and combining that with the expertise of the existing teams, both on the integration side but also on the ETL side, that's where the strong key to success was for them. In the second session, we had Miko from FinTraffic explaining how all of their data platform had increasing costs and they wanted to reduce that, but also get an idea of how much carbon emission savings that would bring to them. So what they did was they redesigned their whole way of how do we load the data into the platforms in the production and the non-production environments, and they realized a 50% cost savings by doing that. After that, they also started calculating the carbon emission saving, and they managed to save up an equivalent of 10 times the flight from Helsinki to New York City. So that's a massive achievement that they've done there, but also had like a better user experience and also an increase in developer skill set.
I love use cases like that that show that you can both make a win when it comes to business, but also sustainability, reach your sustainability goals. So we've talked about and touched upon many times now that innovation enables our employees and our businesses to stay relevant, especially in times where everything is changing constantly and fast.
So fast.
How does AI, your different topics basically, so
Right.
cloud, AI, and digital productivity support the innovation process? So let's start with you.
Great. From a cloud perspective, so many of our clients and so many of us have realized that you really cannot do this modern technology like AI, like massive data management and all these capabilities without the cloud. Now the real question is, how many clouds do I need? When am I going to migrate? How am I going to innovate on the cloud? And that's really where we've evolved to with a lot of our clients, which is exciting. The other thing is, from an environmental perspective, really looking at your cloud vendors to find the carbon credit savings and also the energy savings. So really pushing that relationship with your cloud vendors to get the maximum amount of environmental savings. And then also from a cloud IoT, smart factories, and digital twin capabilities allows our factories to really look at resources and be more efficient with them, and also faster to kind of green innovation capabilities.
And Minna, what about AI and data's relationship?
Yeah, so
to-
obviously cloud enables the use of AI very well. What comes to the use of AI and innovation, I would like to highlight two aspects that are important to acknowledge and then also implement together. So first of all, AI helps to remove those repetitive tasks from people so that it's faster to get the basic business process ongoing, and this frees time from employees, so then they are able to use more time ideating, innovating, and experimenting. So helping people to have that time that is needed. And then the other side of the things is, of course, how to utilize the AI tools and the massive amounts of data that are available with the cloud platforms to actually find new insights from the data, run experiments, run analysis, simulations, processing the vast amounts of data. And then also generative AI is a great tool for removing the barriers of people who might not feel themselves as very creative. Mm-hmm. So those tools can also help to sort of nurture the creativity within people.
Great examples.
Nice.
And Jeroen?
Yeah, from my experience, I've seen that a lot of organizations sometimes feel like innovation might be a big fuzz or a big hassle, but others also think about what does it mean for us? How do we stay relevant in the market? So all the organizations, they have their own meaning, their own definition to it. And typically what we've seen is that those innovation projects, they transform a company in a way of working, but also in technological skill sets. So developers will have to learn new technologies and find a new way of working that works for them to achieve that. During these projects, it's also very valuable that sometimes they can experiment in the market, test out if something is working or not. And like the example of Adapteo was a really nice example where they first conceptualized the process, put it into the market, tested it out. And I really liked this example because how easy can it be as a person, to rent out a space if you want to take care of an elder, or even for communities like schools where they might need an additional classroom for a number of years, but they don't have the money to invest on the long term.
Thank you. And thank you for now. You will come back